see him in that situation, and then plus with the note that was left behind saying that he was dealing with something in his past. I don't know what he was dealing. I don't know him, so I don't know what he was dealing with in his past. But to me, it seemed like he may have gotten to the point where he was just tired, or he may have gotten to the point where he felt hopeless. With everything that was going on, he just felt hopeless. Because to go to, I spoke before how I wanted to kill myself when I was 10 years old, and it was something I had thought about and planned out to actually do, but I ended up not doing it. But to go to the steps that he did to actually end up where he was, that had to be something that he's been dealing with for a while. To actually get up, think about what he was going to do, how he was going to do it, and the note that he was going to leave behind. So it's sad to see that happening, because I wish he would have picked up the phone and dialed 988 and talked to someone, or hopped in the car and instead of going to that hotel, went to a counselor, or a psychologist, a psychiatrist, or somebody to talk to professionally, to talk to, because he may have been dealing with something from his past that's just been on him all this time. But every time people see him, they see him smiling to hide what he was dealing with.
The video that you just watched was a video that I did back around the time when Twitch actually deleted himself. I want to talk about his legacy. I don't want to focus on what they're saying about his wife in the media, or whether she was wrong or right about writing the book. I want to focus on what can now be Twitch legacy. There's a lot of black men in America are going through the same thing that he was going through. For whatever reason, he didn't feel that he could open up to his wife about what was going on. He couldn't open up to people around him. And from my understanding, he was not even going to counseling or seeking therapy. He was doing what most people do, is they self-medicate by using drugs, by drinking alcohol, in order to ease the pain, in order to stop those thoughts and memories from the past coming into their mind. This is something that is very important. This is something that we need to talk about. And this is something that should not be looked at as something that we should be ashamed of, especially in the Black community. Things like this happen, unfortunately, so there should be a safety net. There should be lifeline. A Black man should be comfortable about talking to his feelings with a therapist or with a friend, or saying to someone, I can't do this, I need help. It should not be taboo that a Black man doesn't have feeling, or he can't reach out to someone and reach out to talk to someone, because that's not what they do in the Black community. That should not be a thing. The thing is to raise healthy young boys to become healthy men who can go out into this world and truly represent themselves. He was unhappy in some aspects, because a person that is happy, a person that is okay, they're not going to do what he did. And because he went to that instinct to delete himself, that lets you know that he was in pain, but there was no one there to help him, no one there he can talk to. So his legacy should be something positive that other Black men can look at and say, okay, Twitch was someone that was always smiling. Twitch was someone that was always happy. He was dancing when you see him on the Ellen show, or his social media portrayed him in a certain light. He was a man that was in pain. I may feel the same way. So instead of going the route that he went, what I'm going to do is actually go get help. I'm going to go to therapy. And as a wife or a girlfriend to a man that's going to something like this, you should be his protection. You should be his shield. Whatever, he should be safe enough with you that he can open up and talk about his feelings and his emotion without being looked at as being weak. or someone that you can all of a sudden jump on the phone and tell your friends, or go on social media and then betray him by telling his deepest darkest secret. That should be something that should be kept between you two, because trust is very important in a relationship, and feeling safe for men and women is very important in a relationship. So I feel that it's more important to focus on using his life as a positive example of the direction that black men should go in, and that could be his legacy, not something that, not looked at as something negative, because there's a lot of people that either take prescription medication or they go the route of taking illegal drugs and doing alcohol to ease the pain. And so that is something that should not be ashamed. We should not look at it as shameful, but that should be something that opens the bridge for communication with black men, letting them know that it's okay to reach out for help. It's okay to seek therapy. It's okay to talk to someone about what's going on in your life, so you can learn how to navigate through those situations when they come on you. You can learn how to deal with them in a more positive way instead of a negative way, a more productive way instead of a destructive way. And this is very important for black men, to surround other black men who are dealing with issues to help them get through it. Manhood, it should be a community of manhood to help their fallen brothers, to help one another move forward in life, to do better, to be better, not to destroy one another. Years back, Smokey Robinson had did a song called Tears of a Clown. The song was about a man losing a relationship with a woman. But if you listen to that song and just really think about the words he's singing, and think about how tWitch lived his life in public, you can see that in his heart he was sad, but he portrayed a happy appearance. That is how a lot of black men are walking around today. They Their outward appearance appear to be okay, when inside they're slowly dying, and they should be given a lifeline so they don't have to go through life feeling hopeless, like there's no help.